army, like the National Service Army, so because you had the war finished, but they still kept the soldiers going, you know. You at a certain age, you had to go in the army. So,
okay.
So I was called up.
How old were you when you were in the army?
I was about 18, I think, 18 or 19.
That was that the minimum age that you had to be?
Yeah, national service. My national service was a compulsory. You know.
And so how long did you have to do national service?
About 2 years, 3 years, I think, 2 or 3 years.
How was that? Where did you go to? Where did you go to on that?
Oh, well, I went to Banbury and Leamington Spa. When you went in the army, they used to, like, you done your training first, and then when you went to, they shipped, like you had to go to England. They used to say you've got to go there, and then when you get there, the CO, the RSM used to say to you, what do you used to do in Liverpool, you know, like in Civil Street? And you used to say, well, I was like carpenter or something like that, you know. They say, well, you go in the army, you go there, you do this and do that, you know. You might not even be catering, they say, you go in the kitchens, you know, and you do the catering.
So what did you do?
Me, I was, I had a little cushy job, really. I was a backman. Backman means I used to look after the officers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like doing it, pressing their clothes, doing it.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah, it was quite nice. It got you off excused duties in the army, so you didn't have to do no training.
Yeah, because you just had to look after the people.
And I used to do all that, you know, so it got you off guard duty. It got you off a few things, you know, so I loved that job, so, you know. And it was quite good, it was, you know. Because I used to get like a 48-hour pass. I used to go to the officer and say, could you sign me a check? And they used to sign the check, you know. I say, you're going away for the weekend? I used to say, tell my officers I'm going away. And they used to do their own gear, see, so they give us an idea, see. And or somebody might say, well, I need me gear done. And you say to one of your mates who's on the weekend, do one of my officer's gear, and then he look after you, and then
that does sound pretty cushy, actually.
And you met people all over the country, you know, like when you're soldiers, like that. And we got up a little skiffle group. I used to be in a skiffle group.
I've heard about skiffling.
Yeah, I used to have a washboard and a bass. And then it was quite good, you know. We used to play for the army, you know, like these soldiers are there in the camp. The weekends we used to have a little game together. It was quite good.
So it was a good atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Lots of friends and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we used to meet and write to one another, you know, like when we left and everything else. But most everybody got moved or papers got lost or things like this, you know. You had a dress with your friend and sometimes you lost it.
That's a shame. Did you lose touch with a couple of people?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
You know, you don't have to be alive or dead now, you know what I mean? So,
it's sad. How did you meet your wife then?
Well, I met her at Battersea skating meet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, during when I was on leave one time, you know, I was on leave, and just like she was having a struggle with her friend that she had, and she kept on falling over, and I went over there to help her up, like, you know. And I said, I'll help you out, because I was skating as well, you know, and I was always skating, and I was helping her out, and then I was talking to my wife, like, you know, and I said, you know, I was helping the army, and so what if I write you? She said, yeah. So from there on, we've been engaged for about 5 years, you know.
So then you came back after 2 years, and have you always lived in Hackney?
Oh yeah. Then gradually, my wife, like, you know, got in touch with her, and then we decided to get married, and then we got married, and we went on from there. Like, you know.
What was Hackney like back? Like in the 60s and 70s, is it quite different to...
Well, in them days, he used to have the Quay Brothers over that side. Yeah, see, so, you know, they didn't bother us, you know what I mean, they didn't bother, you know. They was quite a nice, you know, nice family, really.
You know them, though?
You used to see them, but you didn't take much notice of them, like, you know. You know, you didn't bother them, you know. There was more out for people who've been a bit naughty, you know what I mean, so, you know. They don't like anybody coming into their area.
Okay.
It was going to cause trouble.
Right.
So,
What
you
sort
know,
of trouble?
well, you know, if somebody like mugged an old lady or thing like that,
Right. Okay.
they used to look after the old lady, you know, make sure that it wasn't happening again, or if they get the older person or things like that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's little things like, you know, different things, everyone looks out for one another, you know what I mean?
So there wasn't a lot of kind of violence and confrontation.
Well, in their, well, not say in there, but in their little group, all depends on what happened, but
Yeah.
you don't hear nothing hardly, anything about it, you know. They mostly kept themselves a low profile,
Yeah.
you know, see, so, you know.
Yeah.
The only things you hear in the papers are, you know, you done is boost up a bit or what, you know, so.
So apart from the Quay Brothers, was there any other kind of
No,
nothing? It was
you
pretty
didn't hear it, you
peaceful.
know. You didn't hear it like you hear today, you know, like, you know,
Yeah, that's why I
you've
was
got a police
interested.
community now, you've got the community, you know, they talk to the people, but in those days they didn't. You just had the copper just patrolling man, you know, he knew everybody and everybody knew him.